Right, boys, so today I will explain counter strafing. How does it work? A lot of you guys are asking for it, so yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna hop into a custom game right now. So when it comes to counter strafing, there's three things that you gotta pay attention to. First, what I'll explain here, a lot of pros, even pros, sometimes they don't want to tell about it because it's kind of a way to like abuse the system in the game, because this game you can like abuse certain things that in other games you can't. For example, CSGO, you cannot abuse movements like shooting and gunning, like running and gunning type shit. In this game you can. So one thing that always happens here, let's say you're like a gold player and you're playing versus other golds. Normally around this level, golds don't really control the recoil much. I mean, it's like kind of like this. But controlling the recoil in this game, I think is not super useful because the recoil is super random, right? So at the end of the day, what you want to do in this game is to play bursting. So when it comes to CSGO, for example, if I'm going to open an angle like here, right? If I know there's a guy here. And if we were CSGO, I would do like this. Like I'll try to use the movement until I reach the max speed of the character. And this is something that it happens here as well in Valorant, but it's kind of different, which I will explain. So let's say you're here and you want to open this angle. If you're super close to the wall and do like this, you're not going to be as fast in the enemy screen than if you come from here to here like this, because it's two different speeds. Because for example, for you to achieve the maximum speed in Valorant of your character, you gotta do like, let me check. Great, this is the max speed. So from here to here, this is for you to achieve the max speed, you gotta walk this. So when you're trying to open an angle in your mind, try to always think, okay, is this angle, I'll be in my max speed before I open the angle? Because sometimes a lot of you guys die holding an angle in this game, because a lot of people abuse this and they don't even tell no one, because it's definitely something that a lot of Radiants abuse and pros when they play. If you notice, pros, when they holding angles, they're always like this, always moving. This is a way to communicate with the server. Like you send the information all the time to the server, and the more information you send to the server, the best will be for you to react to what's going on. I know it's hard to understand, but trust me, it works. So if you're gonna open an angle like this, instead doing like a lot of people do this, like they come here and then they do this, like you're not in your max speed. But if you do like this, like I don't know, you came here, bang, so there's nothing, like this is your like a red zone. Like when you get to here, it's like a red zone because there's like two angles that can pick you first. This is the angle and this angle over here. But if you clear until here and saw no one, what you should do is like come back and bang, open full speed over here, and instead like stopping like it would be in CSGO, instead of stopping, you could do like this, like open it and abuse the movement, which is the strafing, which we're going to talk about in the future. So another thing, for example, I normally hold lamps on bind, and I'm a very good lamp player. Like it's really hard for me to die here. The only time I die here is when there's like a brimstone ult that I gotta give lamps, or if a raise ults and try to ult me here. And even when a raise has a shotgun, what I normally like to do is just to hold like this angle over here, like an off angle, or stay like here. And when I hear the raise jumping around, I literally open full speed, because if I'm full speed, it's gonna be harder for him to like hit me with the shotgun, and I can try to get the headshot. But you only do this if you trust your aim. Like you really gotta trust your aim to do this. And the same thing is valid for this position. So let's say you want to hold here, right? A lot of people do this, like aim over here, wait for someone to pick in the box, and let's say they're opening the angles here. Like if you open like this, it's gonna be almost 100% sure that someone is holding you. But normally they don't hold here, this angle over here, they hold from here. A lot of players, like newer players, do this. If you're playing Radiants, a lot of Radiants, they tend to be like over here in a off angle position. This is a very common thing in Radiant or Immortal type thing. So if you're dealing with this, the best thing you can do is to imagine the off angles in your head. So let's say you want to retake lamps, you don't have flash, you don't have nothing. Like the best thing would be like pre-firing with this angle over here, which is like kind of obvious that someone could be. The second angle that a lot of people will think about would be this one, but that's not what I normally do. What I normally do is like pre-fire this and then this, because this is another off angle. If you pre-fire here, the chances that you get a kill is pretty high. Like of course there's just like theory crafting over here, but the chances of there's be someone like doing this over here is like really high, specifically in high ranks. And let's say if you're like Immortal under, and if you use this angle over here like this, like walking back and forth, trying to get your speed to the max, you're definitely going to be able to like shoot like this. Because one thing that a lot of people don't explain when it comes to like strafe and shooting is that if you walk more than like from here to here, like let's say I'm walking from here to here, look how the bullets are going straight. Like it's kind of going the same spot, you see? Like this is enough to kill someone. But if you walk from here to here, it's going to be harder because the timing of the correction, the window of opportunity that you get, if you press D and then press A, there's a window of opportunity there where you can shoot 2 bullets straight with the Phantom or sometimes the Vandal, depending on the range, where you can abuse. So that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like if you walk like from here to here and try to shoot, like it was correct, but sometimes it doesn't, because like if you don't get like the timing, the window of opportunity, you're gonna miss the shot. So if I'm walking like this, see, one here, one here. But if I'm walking like this, look at this. It's almost like correct, like all of them. Like look at this. It's kind of, you can kind of abuse this a lot. A lot of people don't explain that because I don't know if people don't really think about it or if they just don't want you guys to know. But it's a way to abuse the system, the way this game was made, right? Another thing about strafing, if you're doing just this, if I'm doing just this, like walking from here to here, I'm not achieving my max speed of the character, so the bullets are going to go same place. Look, like I can stay here all day like doing this. And sometimes because you're doing too much, like if you shot like like if you do like super quick like this, you can do it twice, because if you do the third time, you're probably gonna miss. So you see the bullets start going like all over the place, but if you do it twice, look at this, like you can kind of abuse the movements and the bullets are going in the same spot, and you kind of using your movements against the other person aim. So that's a way to abuse this. I never saw someone explaining that detail, like that many details when it comes to strafe and shooting. So I think that's a good way to practice. And the best way to practice this would be, I don't know, you go to the range and literally try to do like this. Try to go close distance like this, super close, and stay like this for a few hours. Of course, if you really want to learn, stay like this for 30 minutes like this, I don't know, because there's the timing. And if you don't make your brain understand the timing, like you're gonna be like in the game not understanding. Wait, but I was practicing this and it was working, now I'm in the game, it's not working. There's a reason for it. Like if you're in the game and you're not super focused, and let's say you want to open the aim here, like instead opening like this and stopping, what you could do is like literally do like this. Like the bullets are going kind of straight. See how I missed over that? Because I lost the timing of it, because I was like walking more than I should. But if you like do like this and come back, you can kind of get the shots in the same spot like this. It's hard to apply in a live game because there's so many things happening. A lot of people, like including me, like you, with tunnel vision in the fight, and this is very bad. But if you're able to like focus only on your aim, is definitely, like it definitely pays off like 100%. Sometimes if you think with yourself, okay, I'm gonna strafe just in the range that I can make sure that my bullets are going to go straight, which is here from here. Like this is the range. This is literally what it is. So you go here, and you cannot shoot super quick. So if you're gonna shoot, like always try to do like a 1-2 and then walk 1-2 walk, because when you do 1-2 and then walk a little bit, you're not only gonna take the enemy's aim off of your head, because normally what people think is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be back and forth. Nice. At least in Radiant, a lot of Radiants do this. It's just gonna expect that you're gonna be, oh, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which is not the case if you want to level up the strafing thing. So you do like this 1-2 1-2 1, because if you do like this, it's gonna be like this in the screen, which is kind of annoying to deal with. Other thing is, like, for example, when you watch those, I'm not gonna call them shitty tutorials or anything like this, but like they always say, oh, just aim at head level, like when the like skill cap, those tutorials. Of course, you gotta aim at head level, but like they don't tell you to like imagine the angles where the enemy could be, and instead just like opening like this and stopping. Like you could open like, let's say there's a guy like up here, right? You could open like, they're gonna tell, oh, open like this, stop and shoot. Okay, that's a way. But if you know the angle, you can do like this, like you literally shooting straight, like in this angle, and walking at the same time. And I see a lot of like players under Immortal, under gold, under like plat, not really doing this, or either they try to do it, but it's kind of all over the place because they don't have like the timing. So the correct time, look at this, like this is not correct at all. I mean, the bullets are gonna see how it is easy because the bullets are kind of going straight and I'm doing wrong. Like I'm not even the timing. There's so many room to mistake when you do this. Look at this. There's so many room to mistake. It's crazy. What if the enemy is close? If the enemy is close, is a different story. Like I almost never crouch. But if I'm gonna open an angle where the enemy is kind of like super close here, for example, let's say there's an enemy with a shotgun here, then it's good to like do like this, like trying to go to your full speed and crouch. Like try to imagine where the enemy gonna be. Try to go from here to here and not from here to here. Because if I go from here to here, I'm not gonna be as fast as I could. But if I go from here to here, it's gonna be a different story. It's never good to hug the wall in this game, but when it comes to like open angles, like they're super close, like it's definitely like one thing that you can do. Another thing I saw a few players doing is like this, like just to hold this like this, because this is a way to not get flashed. And if an omen flash, you're gonna be super close and you can peek. And if a sky flash is not gonna blind you and you can peek. And normally when you peek like this, like super close to the wall in full speed, is harder to kill. Yeah, like if even backwards is bad, because even if you walk like this, for you to get the shot correct, like if I'm holding W and A, right, I'm gonna press D to try to shoot. Like see, the bullets go completely wrong. Now if I walk like this, like if I want to do it correct, if I walk like this, look at the bullets over there. So that was the bullets walking like with the W and D or W and A, and that was the bullets walking like only with the D or only with the A. A lot of people just talk about crosshair placement, which is definitely something important, but let's say you want to peek long. If you go from here to long like this, you did noise, right? Look, I'm gonna do noise. But there's the silent step in this game, which is the range that you can peek without making noise, which is super useful. So if you want to peek, if you kind of know they're pushing long and you like want to get like a free kill like instantly, you do like this without doing noise. Like look, I'm not even gonna make noise. Look, now I'm gonna do noise. Okay, you can kinda abuse this in a lot of situations, a ton of them, because when you are holding something, like the chances of you getting a kill if you do this with no noise is super big, unless the person is over here holding it. But even if the person is there, you can do this, get a kill and go back without doing noise. And one thing in this game that a lot of people don't pay attention is like, if they're making noise, of course it's gonna be easier to kill them. Like when you go to a deathmatch, it's super easy to get kills in a deathmatch if you like have the full sound on, because you kind of expect, oh, he's making a lot of noise, okay, he's gonna open here. Then if there's a guy holding this angle, he doesn't know if I'm gonna do this like this making noise, or if I'm I could literally do this. Like I can go close here, clean this angle, bang, get the skill and E back. I don't know. This is a way that a lot of players don't understand in those lower levels. Like not lower levels, but like diamond, even diamonds, like even immortal sometimes. They don't understand this sometimes. So yeah, that's the way it is. I hope you guys understood. That's what I could explain to you guys. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Geek Chad here. You know what to do. Like the video, subscribe, and go watch more. Giga out.